Pasigueño, the PLP Virtual Campus, where we synergize life and education. Every Monday, 1 to 3 p.m., hosted by yours truly, Mark Lataza. El Pasigueño, the PLP Virtual Campus. Good afternoon, everyone, especially to our University President, Dr. Amihan April M. Alcazar, to Dr. Rajesh Michael Cordoba, Dean, College of Business and Accountancy, to Dr. Maria Isabel Dizon, Department Head of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, and to all student delegates of University of Pasig City, Philippines. Good afternoon also to our guests from Konan University of Hirao School of Management, Japan, to the Program Director, Dr. Brent Jones, to Dean Kimiko Sojimoto, to Professor Roger Palmer, and to all Japanese student delegates. Good afternoon also to our business partner, Mrs. Sherill Quintana, and to all of you who are watching the El Pasigueño, the PLP Virtual Campus, where we synergize life and education. I am Mark Lataza and I will be your host this afternoon. This afternoon is very significant because we will have an exchange program entitled Maintaining International Exchange Program During the Pandemic. Innovation to continue connecting PLP College of Business and Accountancy and Konan University Hirao School of Management. Now let us all watch the video of Philippine Study Tour from 2012 to 2020.
Good morning to everyone. Of course, to those of us who are joining from both the Philippines and Japan, to the community of the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig, led by our Dean of the College of Business and Accountancy, Dr. Reyes Michael Cordova. Of course, to our dear students. Then our counterparts from Konan University, Hirao School of Management. I'm so happy to welcome Dr. Brent Jones and Professor Roger Palmer. Nice to see you again after a while. Of course, our business partner for a long time already, Oryspa Incorporated President, Mrs. Sherill R. Quintana. Welcome. So nice to be with you after such a long time. And I'm currently here at the University of Tennessee in Martin. So there's a time difference of 14 hours with Japan and 13 hours with the Philippines. But despite that, and as you can see from our topic for this morning, we want to maintain our international exchange program with Konan University Hirao School of Management, of which we have a long-standing agreement. So there are three main components of our program that we have been implementing from 2015 until the present time. And of course, we have firstly our student exchange program that's comprising our Philippine study tour. So it is only this year that we have been unable to actually welcome our students from Konan University. So instead, we are welcoming you to the PLP virtual campus for today. Okay, so we will continue with our international student exchange program through this virtual means. Then we've also had our faculty exchange program, a visiting professor, and Professor Roger Palmer then welcomed previously our Professor Noreen Arcangel in 2018, if you recall that, Professor Palmer, for some collaborative lecture and research that was conducted in Hirao School of Management. And of course, last but not the least, we have, of course, our business partner exchange program, and we did a Japan study visit with Oryspa Incorporated President and her family and colleagues in 2016. So can you imagine that that's already 5 years ago, but the very fruitful exchange visit was had with our business partner. So with all of these programs in mind, we would like to continue our most fruitful exchange program in all of its components together with Konan University Hirao School of Management. So I wish everyone to please stay safe and healthy as always. I'm so looking forward to eventually meeting again personally when things are safer. But in the meantime, we will use our virtual technological communication gadgets and of course means to continue this meaningful relationship between our two institutions. So again, welcome. Mabuhay, as we say in the Philippines, long live, and we welcome all of you. Thank you very much, and good morning to everyone.
In a highly interconnected world, we are aware of the crucial role of collaboration in addressing our integral development to achieve one's optimum potential. Collaboration is an important way for universities to innovate and adapt in a time of rapid and continuous change. For more than 5 years, we have had an annual international exchange program, which was participated by the College of Business and Accountancy of the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig, also known as the University of Pasig City, and the Hirao School of Management of Konan University. These events were made possible because of Dr. Amihan Alcazar, the President of the University of Pasig City, and Dr. Brent Jones, the Director for Language Programs of Hirao School of Management of Konan University. For this 2021 International Exchange Program, which is entitled Maintaining International Exchange Program During the Pandemic, the two universities are not hampered by the pandemic, but instead become creative and innovative in the quest for continuous collaboration and strengthening the relationship. Thank you very much, Dr. Alcazar and Dr. Jones, for the extreme diligence in making this event very successful. Likewise, thank you, Professor Kimiko Sojimoto the Dean of Hirao School of Management of Konan University, for supporting this exchange program participated by our universities. I would also like to thank the students of the two universities who participated in this program. Thanks to the two personnel of University of Pasig City, the Director of Student Affairs and Services, Professor Mark Anthony Latasa, for the technical support and coverage, Dr. Maria Isabel Dizon for introducing our Philippine delegates. And I should also thank the worldwide audience and viewers on Facebook and YouTube channels of the University of Pasig City. Once again, thank you, everyone.
PLP の皆様、こんにちは。Hello everyone. It's my great pleasure today to offer this short message of support and gratitude to the University of Pasig City. We are celebrating our 8th year of the exchange between two institutions. President Alcazar, the faculty, the administration, and numerous cohorts of students have extended our CUBE students a warm welcome. We greatly appreciate all of these efforts on our behalf and look forward to future collaboration and strengthening of this special relationship. Some of our students are highly motivated and eager to participate in the Philippine study tour, so I hope some students can go to your university next year. We have started our new academic year as the face-to-face format from the beginning of April. However, unfortunately, due to the increase of new cases of COVID-19 in Japan, we are back online from this week until May 5th. We do hope all situation will be better soon. We are wishing you great success with today's online event and look forward to continued collaboration and friendship. ありがとうございます。Thank you so much, and please take care and stay safe and healthy. Goodbye.
First of all, I wish to express our gratitude and appreciation for organizing this event, but also for the continued collaboration and friendship with PLP. Many of the friendships established between PLP and CUBE students continue to flourish via social networks. And our students each year single out their experiences in the Philippines, and especially with PLP, as a highlight of their 4 years at university. So this year, I would like to introduce a special group of our first-year students who have prepared a presentation. These students were accepted into our CUBE Accelerated Language and Academics, or CALA program. And this is a new program this year, and these students embraced the idea of presenting today, even though they didn't have very much time to, or advance notice, or time to prepare. Please welcome 20 members of our Academic Foundations 1 class.
Hi, we are students of Hirao School of Management. We'll introduce about Japan, Kansai, and Konan. First, we will talk about Japan, sightseeing, food, and culture. Let me show you the map of Japan and introduce you to 3 places to visit. Mount Fuji is one of the most famous places in Japan, and sometimes it is used as a symbol of Japan because it is Japan's highest mountain. You can climb this mountain, and you can also see it from Tokyo on clear days. It is very beautiful. Golden Pavilion is in northern Kyoto and is famous for its walls are covered gold leaf. It is called Kinkakuji in our country. You can feel the taste of Japan at this place. Do you know hot spring? It is called onsen in Japan. Beppu Onsen is one of the most famous hot spring resorts. If you get tired, try to take a hot spring. You can relax and heal your fatigue.
I will talk about Himeji Castle and Itsukushima Shrine. Both of them are World Heritage. There are 23 World Heritage in Japan. Himeji Castle is in Hyogo Prefecture. It was under the construction from 2009 to 2015, which is called historical repairing in Heisei. So the white outer wall got more clear and beautiful. The right side of the picture is Itsukushima Shrine. Itsukushima Shrine is in Hiroshima Prefecture. This shrine is built in the sea, so at the high tide, it's very fantastic and you could feel the nature with the surroundings. Next, I will introduce about Japanese culture. Do you know food sample? When you visit Japan, you might see many food samples in the showcase of the restaurant. It will help you to decide the menu. For these days, it is famous for souvenir. There are magnets, key holders, and so on. I recommend you to buy one for your families and friends.
I will talk about Japanese animation. These days, Japanese animation is attracting attention all over the world. Why do many people watch the Japanese animation? I think it has some reasons. First, Japanese animation has many genres such as romance, action, fantasy, campus life story, and Japanese animation was never made just for children. This is because people of all ages can enjoy watching animation. Next, the quality of Japanese animation is high. Each scene is so delicate. I think not only the characters, but also the background are carefully drawn. I think these are some reasons why many people like watching Japanese animation. If you have any time, I recommend watching Japanese animation.
From now on, I will introduce about Japanese food. Japan is famous for delicious food. Maybe most people in the world know this, sushi. I think most Japanese love this. The middle one is ramen. Ramen is Chinese dishes, but this is Japanese style ramen. The right one is udon. Udon soup is called dashi. The taste of the dashi is different in Western Japan and Eastern Japan. Japanese people like noodles, so Japan has a lot of noodle dishes: ramen, udon, somen, soba. All of Japanese dishes are really good, so if you have a chance to eat Japanese dishes, you should try to eat. Next, my classmate will present about our region of Japan, Kansai.
Hi, I would like to talk about Kansai. There are several famous cities in Kansai. Today, I would like to introduce some of those cities. The first city is Osaka. There is a place called Dotonbori in Osaka where you can enjoy a cruise. The second city is Kyoto. This is a picture of the famous Kiyomizu Temple. In autumn, the autumn leaves become very beautiful. The third city is Hyogo. This is a famous monument in Kobe. The fourth city is Nara. There is a very big Buddha in Nara. It is traditional and cherished.
I will talk about events in Kansai. In summer, many places have fireworks, and in winter, many places have illumination. However, my top recommendation is the event at Oryspa Temple. This will be held in Kyoto in autumn. There are 8 spots, each with its own charm. Among them, I would like to introduce 3 especially recommended. First, a wonderful view spreads before entering the beautiful entrance. Second, when you go inside, you can see the scenery like this picture while drinking matcha tea. Last, you can also see the light at night. Please join this event and have a healing time.
I would like to introduce some Yuzuru or mascots from Kansai. The first is Yuzuru Takenomichi in Osaka. His birthday is July 26. He is working hard to appeal to Minoyuzu. The second is a small old man. He is 45 years old, and his real name is Shinichi Sakata. He is an unofficial character in Amagasaki, but he is very famous. The third character is Oji-chama from Cha-Cha Kingdom in Uji City. He is working hard to spread the charm of Uji tea to the world. The fourth is the very famous Hikonian. His job is to promote Hikone, and he has a fan club. The fifth is Ki-chan from Wakayama Prefecture. This mascot has a Kishu dog motif. The sixth is the very famous Sento-kun from Nara. He is familiar to many as the guardian deity of Nara. Which do you like?
I'm going to introduce about souvenirs from Kansai. I ranked what I recommend among many souvenirs. Third place is sweets limited to Kansai. For example, potato chips with Kansai soy sauce flavor and jagariko with takoyaki flavor. In addition, bonchiage and uguis ball are both only in Kansai, so please try it. Second place is such as socks printed with Kansai dialect. It's because you can tell it's a souvenir from Kansai just by looking at first glance, and also it's very unique. First place is Kyoto Uji matcha flavored sweets. Do you like matcha? In foreign countries, Japanese matcha seems to be popular, and many foreigners especially buy matcha flavored Kit Kats sold only in Kyoto. They are all very good products, so please buy them. There are many interesting and unique people in Kansai. I think you can definitely enjoy it, so please come to Kansai. Next, my classmates will present about Nishinomiya, where our campus is located.
We are going to introduce about Nishinomiya in Hyogo Prefecture. First, I'll introduce the famous Nishinomiya Festival in Japan. This festival has been held since 1940. More than 5,000 participants gather every year. Be the first to receive good fortune from God. Run all at once from the gate open at 6 a.m. and run 230 meters at full speed. The 3 people who arrive first are called Fukuotoko, it means lucky man. The trick of this race is to know the course in advance. In addition, there is a unique event. A 5-yen coin is put on a large tuna to play for a big catch of fish.
I'm going to talk about Koshien Stadium. This is the home field of the Hanshin Tigers, which is a professional baseball team. A national convention of high school baseball is held 2 times a year here. This stadium is so large and beautiful. You should go here even if you aren't interested in baseball. There is a nice museum here.
There are many facilities in Nishinomiya. Here, I would like to introduce Kidzania. At Kidzania, children under the age of 15 can learn about social structure. At Kidzania, you can try your hand at about 100 different jobs. For example, pizza maker, sushi chef, baker, makeup artist, announcer. At Kidzania, you can learn more native-like English. Also, in Kidzania, children can earn money on their own and shop with the money they earn. This is a great way to learn about money and how it works.
I'd like to talk about features of Konan. Our university is famous for small class education and called a university of medium size. We learn in this environment so we can receive stimulation from each other. And also, there is history in our university. In 2019, Konan University reached its 100th anniversary. Hirao, who is the founder of our university, also played a big role in Japan. His spirit is still valued. Lastly, I'd like to introduce one word, which expresses the uniqueness of Konan. That is infinity. It means infinite possibilities of our campus life. Please look at this. This is the logo of it.
Konan University has 4 campuses: Okamoto, Ball Island, Shirakawa-dai, and Nishinomiya. Okamoto is the main campus, so it has buildings number 1 to 18 and I-commons. At our Ball Island campus, you can see a DNA monument which is certified by the Guinness Book of Records. How big do you think it is? With a total length of 22.54 meters. It is 1 billion times larger than the actual DNA. Shirakawa-dai campus has a large seminar room as well as accommodation facilities, a dining room, a gymnasium, and an artificial turf ground. Nishinomiya campus is here. It is located near a hub train station, so it takes about only 5 minutes from there. It's easy to commute here. Since this campus is glass-walled, it has a feeling of openness, and I think the design is wonderful. Be sure to check it.
I would like to introduce a facility called I-Commons. This facility was built on the Okamoto campus as part of Konan University's 100th anniversary project. There is a large cafeteria, an open space, a lounge, a kitchen, an interior, a training room, a bouldering room, a music practice room, a kabuki rehearsal space, and other spaces in accordance with various purposes. Also, there is Tsutaya bookstore, and students can enjoy UCC coffee while choosing books. iCommons is a space where students can freely create, interact, and stimulate each other.
Finally, I'm going to talk about famous graduated people. Please look at this. Do you know him? He is an announcer, Oyoshi Yohei. Typical TV is Jijin Pui Pui and Minto. These programs are shown on MBS. He graduated from the EBA General course, which became the part of our department. Moreover, he is very good at speaking English, so he is responsible for interpretation. In addition, many company presidents graduated from Konan University. For example, KFC and Biofermin. Next, my classmates will present about our department, the Hirao School of Management.
I'm going to talk about Cube history. In 2006, under President Yoshizawa and President Sugimura, the new faculty concept has begun. The undergraduate application was submitted to the Ministry of Education in the spring of 2007, and the school was scheduled to open in 2008. However, the application was postponed for 1 year to improve the education to be more innovative. Next year, the name of the faculty was decided using the name of Hirao Hachisaburo. The name of faculty is Hirao School of Management. In 2009, the school opened, and it has been 12 years since this faculty started.
Let me introduce about Cube facility. First, at the 4th floor, there is a convenience store. We can buy a lot of things. Also, at the 4th floor, there is a library. The library have a lot of books we should buy, and there are some sofas, so we can take a rest there. Second, at the 5th floor, there is a cafe terrace. Many people use this place as a talking space. Third, at the 6th floor, there is an English talking room called English Ozone. At this room, it is not allowed to talk with people in Japanese, so we have to talk only in English, but there are some English teachers who help us to improve English. Fourth, at the 8th and 9th floor, there are lockers, so we can store many things and the security is perfect. In conclusion, Cube have a lot of good places to enjoy our university life. Thank you.
Cube has many styles of classes. Teachers just stand in front of a lot of students and speak to them. In other cases, there are under 20 students and a teacher. They discuss and work in a small group. Sometimes classes are held in not only a room. A few years ago, students took classes in the space like this, and now some classes are held in Zoom. Next, let me introduce Cube's project. Cube has 4 genres: public, business, global, and super area. Every time, we can choose one topic from them and study it. So totally, we can study up to 8 topics.
Next, I searched about studying abroad programs. There are so many information and I couldn't introduce all of them. Then I'd like to tell you about what kind of programs we can do during first grade. Unfortunately, this year we can't go to the other countries for studying. Instead, we can study abroad online. These 2 programs are that we can attend to now. Both programs are held in summer vacation and spring vacation. Area Studies has 3 courses in summer and 4 courses in spring. Online Studying Abroad program has 4 courses in Canada and America. I think these programs are good for improving our English skill. That concludes our Cube introduction. Thank you for listening.
To our University President, Dr. Amihan April M. Alcazar, from the Konan University, Professor Kimiko Tsukimoto, the Dean of Hirao School of Management, and Dr. Brent Jones, Director of Language Program, Hirao School of Business, Dr. Rajesh Michael J. Cordova, Dean of the College of Business and Accountancy, Professor Mark Anthony Lataza, Director of Student Affairs and Services, and to our delegates, students, good morning. Learning new knowledge, especially on education, culture, and language has always been a wonderful experience to a person. It makes people appreciate his surroundings, his way of life, and most of all, discover the beauty of humanity. The Filipino student delegation of University of Pasig City is from the College of Business and Accountancy under the programs of Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Marketing Management, Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, and Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. They will present an overview of our country, our university, the college and the program they are part of, and sing Bahay Kubo, a popular Filipino folk song, to give us a glimpse about our Filipino education, culture, and language. Ladies and gentlemen, the Filipino student delegation from the University of Pasig City.
Good day, everyone. As the group leader of this team, may I introduce you the following presenters and other participants. First, Tuday Cruz will discuss about Mindanao and Visayas of the Philippines. Second, Micah Wong, yours truly, will tackle about Luzon of the Philippines. Third, Mylene de la Paz will speak about Pasig, and the following will discuss about our college and its programs. Lorelie Labrador about PLP and CBA, Manzon Lian and Ariza Baliega about Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, Hannah Laika Medallada for Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, Donamel de la Cruz Esta for Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, Gemeline Astrologo for Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Marketing. And the other participants are the following: Camille C. Policarpio as the video editor, and the outro members are Tamonong, Labrador, Mylene, Cruz, Coronado, Conche, Cantas, Gizalva, and Astrologo. It's a pleasant day to meet you all. I hope all of you would enjoy our presentation about Philippines, Pasig, and our beloved Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig.
Good day or magandang araw in the Philippines. I am Cristory Donato D. Cruz, or you can call me Duday, taking up Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Marketing Management, a third-year student from the College of Business and Accountancy. I am happy to welcome you virtually to the Philippines. As the first presenter, I will present to you my country and its 2 out of 3 major land areas. So without further ado, let's start. For the brief history, the Spanish explorer Ruy Lopez de Villalobos named the archipelago La Isla Filipinas in honor of King Philip II of Spain. The country is made up of 7,641 islands, 17 regions, and 81 provinces. The population as of April 17, 2021 is 110,731,022. Our major languages are Filipino or Tagalog, and of course English. The Philippines has its 3 main geographical divisions or land areas, namely Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. For the Mindanao, most Muslims live in the part of Mindanao, where Sulu was the first Muslim community. The southernmost part of Mindanao, particularly Maguindanao Province, Lanao del Sur, and Tawi-Tawi Province are home of sizable Muslim population. And of course, I am proud to present to you 2 of the popular festivals in Mindanao. First, we have Megayan Festival. It is the grandest festival in commemoration of the anniversary celebration of the province of Zamboanga del Sur that showcase arts and crafts. Number 2, we have Kaamulan Festival. It is an annual ethnic cultural festival in Bukidnon. The word amul means to gather. Its gathering purpose is for datuship ritual, a wedding ceremony, a Thanksgiving festival during harvest time, and a piece of pack or party. And now, for Mindanao's tourist spot, we have Mount Apo in Cadapawan City. It is the highest mountain with altitude of 2,954 meters or 9,692 feet above sea level. For number 2, we have Gumasa Beach in Blanc, known or dubbed as the Small Boracay or Boracay in Mindanao. The white sand and fine crystals makes your feet comfortable to walk around the beach. And now we're done with Mindanao. Let's now transfer to Visayas. The Visayas Island, lying between Luzon and Mindanao, comprises the second geographical division. This region is reasonably divided into 3 geographical units, namely Western Visayas, Central Visayas, and the Eastern Visayas. For Visayas, 2 of the popular festivals, for Pintados Festival in Tacloban, Leyte, it is a cultural, religious celebration. It commemorates and fleshes out how Spaniards saw the early Filipinos, that bodies are filled with tattoos and sometimes holding weapons, while at the Amihan Festival in Calibo, Aklan, it is a feast held annually to honor Santo Niño with their artful and colorful outfit and dance together with the beat. And of course, for the beautiful tourist spots in Visayas, we have Boracay in Malay Aklan. It is the most visited among the tourist spots in Visayas, boasting its white sand beach. And last but not the least, we have Chocolate Hills in Bohol. As per the name, it is composed of 100 cute chocolate hills-like. They look like chocolate because the hills are covered with grasses, and during summer, grasses dries and make the hills look color brown or chocolate. And that's all for my presentation. Once again, I am Duday, and I hope you learn more about the Philippines and its 2 out of 3 major land areas in the country. Thank you so much.
Good day, everyone. Let's know more about Luzon of the Philippines. The Philippines is brimming with over 7,000 stunning islands that never fails to amaze its visitors. Many of these can be seen in the island of Luzon, from Batanes to Palawan. You'll have plentiful Luzon tourist spots options to choose from. But trust us, it's going to be a challenge to figure out where to start. Kalusunan, it is the Tagalog word of Luzon, which means northern part. The population of Luzon Island is approximately 54 million, making it the 4th most populated country and 15th largest land area in the world as of 2015 census. Most common languages are Tagalog, Ilocano, and Bicolano. Warmest month of the year is happening during April of the year and coldest every January. Luzon has 8 regions. As you can see on the map, one of the regions is National Capital Region, where Manila, the nation's capital, is located. Now, let's move on about why tourists love to visit places in Luzon. First, we have several historical places, from century-old churches to bloody war zones. The historical sites in the Philippines never fails to amaze its beloved tourists. Mount Samat Cross Bataan, a national shrine built in 1970. Dedicated to the fallen Filipino and American soldiers. Intramuros, Manila, Fort Santiago, and hub for commerce, government, education, and religion during the Spanish era, and many more. And the top 10 beautiful tourist spots in Luzon every traveler must visit. Aside from the Philippines' picturesque spots, the Filipinos' warmth and hospitality is a reason itself for you to visit the country. Ranking one of the friendliest country in Asia, So let's get to know about the Luzon people's beliefs and culture. I'll show you some of the most captivating festivals here. First, Payas Festival, to give thanks to San Isidro Labrador for the good harvest with flowery and colorful celebration. And the Bando Fertility Dance, to join the street dance in honor of Santa Clara, believing the couples may bore a child. And the best part, about the finest cuisines in Luzon. We have adobo, sisig, halo-halo, laing, sinigang, and exotic foods that make us unique in the world, such as balot, isaw, fried frog, and etc. With the remarkable beauty and undeniably friendly locals, the Philippines isn't difficult to love. Most tourists think that the Philippines is just about beaches, but actually it's much more. And just as a trip here will certainly make you fall for everything you see. It will also make you fall for the values of everyone you meet and the palatable cuisines they serve.
Good day everyone. To continue, I will present our city, the city of Pasig. To begin with, it is my pleasure to introduce the city mayor of Pasig, Honorable Mayor Victor Maria Regis N. Soto. He graduated from the Ateneo de Manila University with a degree in political science and a master's degree in public management. Recently, he was recognized by the United States Department of State as one of the international anti-corruption champions. This reward was given to the individuals who fight against corruption across the globe. Pasig City was once a part of Rizal Province and later on became a city that is divided into two districts, where District 1 is comprised of 23 small societies while District 2 is comprised of 8. Ortigas Center is a part of Pasig and is known for being one of the most important central business districts in Metro Manila. From a desolate piece of land, the area now hosts some of the major companies in our country and will lead us toward globalization in the years to come. Pasig City has a lot to offer, has a lot of places where we all can visit. However, due to the pandemic, we wouldn't be able to tour all of you here, so give me this opportunity to present some of the historical places and tourist spots in our city. First, let's visit the Pasig City Museum. It is located near the University of Pasig and was founded in the year 1937 by Don Fortunato Concepcion, a former city mayor of Pasig in the year 1980. Here, we preserve the history and heritage of the city and also serve as an effective tool for the promotion of arts, history, and culture as well as tourism. Second is the Immaculate Concepcion Cathedral, was founded in year 1572. This parish is the oldest church and one of the most historical landmarks in the city. Inside of it is the beautiful and miraculous image of La Immaculada Concepcion de Pasig, is enshrined in the main altar overlooking the prosperous city of Pasig. In our last destination, we have the Plaza Rizal, which is an open space located in front of the Pasig City Museum. As we can all see, there is a monument of Dr. Rizal in the middle of the plaza as our tribute for the heroism of the national hero. Aside from these historical places, Pasig City is a colorful and a happy city where a lot of festivals were celebrated in every part of it. First, we celebrate every year the Bambino Festival. This festival is celebrated to honor the innocence, purity of spirit, and love of the Santo Niño that greatly influenced the Pasigueños. Second, we celebrate the Araw ng Pasig or Day of Pasig. It is one of the most anticipated celebration of the year as it pays homage to the original patron of Pasig and its establishment as a parish. Lastly, we also celebrate Pasko Tita every December. This is a dance competition of each schools in Pasig, which also features a float team parade and accompanied by a group of dancers. This is one of the most awaited events in the city where all Pasigueños are invited to watch.
Good afternoon everyone, I am Lori Lee Labrador from DSVA 3rd Year Section A, and I am going to introduce you to our beloved university, the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig, or the University of the City of Pasig. Our university envisions as a community of service-oriented individuals supported by the city government of Pasig, committed to lifelong learning and to produce graduates strong in their global outlook, cultural identity, and social responsibility. through teaching strategies, methodologies, relevant research, and dedicated public service. To achieve our vision, it is our mission to be the leading center for academic excellence among the locally funded colleges and universities that produces responsible and productive individuals who are responsive to the changing demands of development locally and globally. In this slide are the core values that our university wants to instill in every student. These are academic excellence, cultural identity, social responsibility, and global competitiveness. Brief history about Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig. It was conceived by our former mayor, Vicente P. Eusebio. It was established on March 15, 1999 and officially opened on June 14, 2000. Actually, last March, we just celebrated our 21st Foundation Week virtually. Of course, I want to also introduce to all of you our beloved University President, Dr. Amihan April M. Alcazar, whom we are so blessed and grateful to have, as she brings a lot of opportunities not just for our university but also to its students. When it comes to screening and admitting students in our university, all students applying to Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig are required to go through our screening process as part of the admissions process. The screening process entails an entrance exam and an interview. In this slide, it shows the official publication of the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig, which is the Lundayan student publication, which aims to disseminate true and relevant information about the events happening inside and outside of our university. Moving on, these are the colleges and their programs offered that the Pamantasan Lungsod ng Pasig has. We have the College of Computer Studies, which offers 2 degree programs, which are the Bachelor of Science in Computer Studies and Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. We have the College of Education with its 2 programs, Bachelor of Elementary Education and Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, Filipino, and Mathematics. Third one is the College of Engineering, which only offers Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering. Next one is the College of Arts and Sciences, or CAS, that serves as a service college, providing all the other colleges with general education courses. Fifth one is the College of Nursing. Lastly is the College of Business and Accountancy, where we are in. Our college is authorized by Dean Regis Michael J. Cordova and currently has 1,608 students. Our college offers 4 baccalaureate programs, which are the Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, and Bachelor of Science in Business Management, major in Marketing. We have the Junior Accountants, Entrepreneurs, and Marketing Management Executives Association, or what we also call JMEX, as an official mother organization of the College of Business and Accountancy Society. JMEX covers 4 sub-organizations, namely the Junior Association of Hospitality Managers, or JUM, for hospitality management students, Young Entrepreneur Society, or YES, which caters entrepreneurship students, Junior Philippines Institute of Accountants, or JPIA, for accountancy students, and the Junior Marketing Association, or JMA, which caters to marketing society. For further information about the baccalaureate programs offered by the College of Business and Accountancy, let's hear it to the next reporters. Thank you.
Hi, this is Julie Ann Manson. I am here to tell you reasons why do you have to know our course, Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. Hospitality management is very aligned with tourism because we are studying hospitality industry. Basically, after finishing this course, you can work in administrative, operational, and commercial tasks of businesses like hotel, resort, restaurant, and many other related business in industry. Here in our course, we have only one organization that stands to become student leader. That is Junior Association of Hospitality Managers. They are the one that work us to make us appropriate materials, execute the programs, arrange the activities in an effort to purposely help each members. What can you actually learn from our course? Since we are here to work in the hospitality industry, our major subject is to study how the industry works. First is the hotel and front office operation. We are tasked here to actually understand and to learn variety of ways to operate the hotel. This includes housekeeping, front office operation, and a lot more to become more effective hotel attendant. Second, bar and beverages management. Literally means to be knowledgeable of the different types of alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks and ways to mix them.
Hi, my name is Oryspa. Here in this slide, we will talk about our subject, foreign language and kitchen essential in basic food preparation. If you're an HM student, you will require to have this foreign language subject for you to have a knowledge in speaking different language aside from the universal or the English language. Here we study and train how to speak in Mandarin. We taught how to communicate the basic communication skills such as greetings, counting numbers, food terminologies, and others. For kitchen essential in basic food preparation, you will learn how to do the basic food handling, basic knife skills, mother sauces, learning different cooking methods, and many more. Here in professional development, we held a modeling event which we showcase how to be confident in our own way. This subject helps us to boost our self-esteem and to be better in communicating with others. In swimming subject, of course, we taught here the basic techniques on how to swim properly. This subject really helps students who cannot swim, like me. This subject is intended especially if we will be working in the cruise line in the near future. Chef de Cuisine is a one-week event which we held every year to showcase our skills. In this event, all HM students must participate. This event have a lot of activities to choose from. Students can join the kitchen battle royale, crispy, fruit carving, table setup, and many more. And that's all for hospitality management. Thank you very much.
Good day everyone, I am Donna Meldy Esta and I'm here to present to you about Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. Before we start, let me define first what is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the capacity and willingness to develop and manage a business venture along with any of its risks in order to make a profit. The most obvious example of entrepreneurship is the starting of new business. Speaking of business, here are the successful entrepreneurs in the Philippines. Henry C., owner of SM Supermalls, Socorro Ramos National Bookstore, Lucia Tan, Philippine Airlines, John Gokongwei, Robinson's Malls, and Ben Chan, owner of Bench. Here in Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig, they value quality education. They equip and empower us to be entrepreneurs someday. We are engaged in different seminars and mentorship programs that enable us to maximize our full potential. We also have our organization called YES or Young Entrepreneurship Society TLP chapter under YES Philippines. It is an organization of young entrepreneurs who share a common passion for excellence in business and professional growth. Through its combination of classroom training and experiential learning, the BS Entrepreneurship Program will help aspiring entrepreneurs acquire the skills, values, and attitudes that will increase their chances of success. The program goals for BS Entrepreneurship graduates within 2 to 5 years are as follows. Number 1, analyze or scan the environment to determine business opportunities. 2, set up a business. 3, manage and operate a business. 4, assume managerial position. The BS Entrepreneurship is composed of the following subjects: General Education, National Service Training Program or NSTP, Physical Education, Common Business and Management courses, Entrepreneurship Core, Specialized Track, electives with a total of 129 units. We also have internship or on-the-job training in our chosen company that is connected to the business that we want to implement in 4th year. After completion of academic requirements of the program of Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, they should be able to set up and manage their own business or work in any organization where entrepreneurial competencies are required. They should also pursue another career appropriate to BS Entrepreneurship graduates such as entrepreneurs, business development assistant, corporate planning staff, and marketing assistant. That's all for today. Thank you.
Now we have Bachelor of Science in Accountancy program. The Bachelor of Science in Accountancy program here at Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig is a 4-year program which mainly focuses on subjects like financial, public and managerial accounting, auditing, administration, business law, and as well as taxation. The program teaches us students to integrate information technology concepts into business systems for us to be able to create a more systematic and organized way of storing business-related data. All graduates of Bachelor of Science in Accountancy program are expected to be able to, first, handle business-related issues and problems in a global strategic perspective using the knowledge and technical skills that we have acquired throughout the years. We also need to conduct accountancy-related research using the methodologies and principles of accounting. We also need to use technology as our business tool in generating financial and non-financial reports. And lastly, we should maintain ethical practice as an accountant at all times. In here, you can see our curriculum. And during our 4th year of the said program, we are required to attend on-the-job training program or OJT in various corporate and auditing companies. We students are given the opportunity to apply all of the knowledge and skills that we have acquired throughout the years in an actual work setting. BSA graduates are also eligible to take the Certified Public Accountant's Licensure Examination, and this examination is regulated by the Board of Accountancy under the supervision of Professional Regulations Commission or PRC. Also, graduates of Bachelor of Science in Accountancy may pursue a career path in various corporate and auditing companies. They may apply for roles such as an accounting associate, accounting staff, audit staff, financial accounting and reporting staff, state accounting examiner, staff accountant, and as well as budget analyst. And lastly, we have JPIA, or Junior Philippine Institute of Accountants. This is our very own organization, and we are directly affiliated with our mother organization, which is known as NFJPIA, our National Federation of Junior Philippine Institute of Accountants.
Hi gozaimasu! I am Jemeline V. Astrologo, a marketing student here in the Philippines. Right now, I am going to present you the BSBA in Marketing Management here at the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig. The BSBA in Marketing Management is a 4-year program intended to effectively provide students with the knowledge and skills to marketing and sales strategies. During our stay here in the university, we marketing majors prepare ourselves for careers in corporate or in any marketing field like product management, advertising, sales and account, and many more. The PLP helps us look forward to career opportunities in large and small companies that help us mold ourselves as a successful marketers in the field. Change is inevitable in the business world. Some may easy to adopt, while some are not. That's why the faculty train our mindset in an actual work setting, wherein they are not just focusing on what is taught by the book. Instead, they provide the real scenarios that are happening in the industry. With that, we will be more equipped if we will start to work in the said industries. We can adjust quickly and stay competitive in the field. The Philippine Junior Marketing Association, or PJMA, is a professional student-managed national organization devoted to creating venues for young marketers all over the Philippines to excel through opportunities that will enhance their knowledge and experience. Here at the Pamantasan, we have JMA. JMA is a school organization intended for marketing students. They are the ones who provides activities and seminars. They are also affiliated with other marketing organizations in different universities. That is why it helps the marketing students of PLP grow their network outside the school, plus it provides them opportunities to enhance their skills and capabilities by attending activities and seminars with other marketing students all over the Philippines. Feasibility study and implementation are the two major subjects in the marketing curriculum. These subjects will train us on how to have a mindset like a real marketer. It will teach us that we should be careful in everything that we do in the business industry. We should learn every aspect of the business we are going to meet. As you can see in your screen that we are required to have our on-the-job training or OJT in various corporate, marketing, and research companies during the 4th year of the program. We are allowed to use our knowledge and skills in an actual work setting. We should render 600 hours of service according to the CHED Memorandum. OJT is part of the curriculum that aims to train and orient students about their future careers. Also, it shows that students the reality of working. It helps the students enhance what they get because OJT, they will gain lots of knowledge and experiences that they can use in the work setting. Some of the students are absorbed by the company. Since marketing students are flexible, that sums up my presentation. Iju desu, arigato gozaimasu.
Hello! Before we end our presentation, we would love to sing you a pure Filipino song entitled Bahay Kubo,
Or a song about vegetables in the Philippines. After we sing, we hope that you can join us.
Bahay kubo, kahit muntik, ang halaman doon ay sari-sari, singkamas at talong, sigarilyas at mani, sitaw, bataw, patani, kundol, patola, upot, kalabasa, at saka mayroon pang labanos, mustasa, sibuyas, kamatis, bawang at luya. Sa paligid-ligid ay maraming tinga. Bahay kubo, kahit muntik, ang halaman doon ay sari-sari, singkamas at talong, sigarilyas at mani, sitaw, bataw, patani, kundol, patola, upot, kalabasa, at saka mayroon pang labanos, mustasa, sibuyas, kamatis, bawang at luya. Sa paligid-ligid ay maraming tinga.
We will proceed with the next part of the program, which is really the roundtable discussion. Yeah. So, okay. So let me introduce first our discussants, and maybe for the benefit of our students, we will give you a little bit of a background about this program that we have had. So as you know, for our University of Pasig City, we have business partners, the same way as Konan University and Hirao School of Management have its business partners who help support our academic programs and the operations of our university. So for our University of Pasig City, one of our main supporters in this internationalization program and exchanges that we have is Oryspa Incorporated. So later we will show the video once it's available. But we had the good fortune of arranging with Konan University Hirao School of Management a Japan exchange visit with our main business partner, Oryspa Incorporated. So we are joined today by its president, Mrs. Sherill Quintana. And in 2016, together with Dr. Brent Jones, her colleagues, and myself, so we undertook a one-week Japan exchange visit wherein we were in Konan University, almost exactly the same time that you're celebrating today, Pecha Kucha Night. We also celebrated, I think, at the time. We had the experience of Pecha Kucha Night together, and also had some tours in Nishinomiya and in Kobe. So I think Professor Dr. Brent Jones, maybe you can give some words about our exchange visit in Japan before we turn over the testimonial to Ms. Sherill.
Sure. No, it was a really successful program. We're really happy. You know, we were trying to get students from University of Pasig City to Konan, and sadly there was a problem because of the local elections. The students from PLP couldn't make it to Konan, but when Dr. Alcazar proposed bringing some of the business associates, we were really happy. And there were Sherill gave a really nice presentation about entrepreneurship and her experience as an entrepreneur in the Philippines, and it was extremely stimulating for our students. Our students are studying business and economics at our school, and so hearing these live stories about entrepreneurship, it was really stimulating, and the students had a lot of good questions. And so we really hope to have Sherill and Dr. Alcazar and their families come to Konan, come to CUBE again. And also I want to mention how much we appreciate when we're in the Philippines and visiting Laguna and visiting Oryspa. It's always one of the highlights for our students, actually visiting the factory, the business, and seeing what a great job they're doing. And so we appreciate the relationship, and I hope to guide many more CUBE students to that company and the other business partners. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Mrs. Quintana, maybe you can just give us a little bit of introduction about your company and the exchange that we have been having with our University of Pasig City and also with Konan University.
Yes, thank you, Dr. April and Dr. Brent. And of course, to Professor Roger. I'm very happy to be here with you today, as I also was missing, our collaborations for the past years. And we're very blessed, not just for me and for Oryspa, but the entire family here, as we are inspired also with our collaboration. So Oryspa is actually it's not a service brand. It's a Filipino brand that is the #1 rice brand-based spa products in the country. I started my entrepreneurship journey 20 years ago, and Oryspa was born 10 years ago and went into franchising in the Philippines. As of today, we are in 12 other countries aside from Philippines, and we're operating over 60 locations locally. But during the pandemic, a lot of our orders are through online. So our collaboration with Konan University and visiting CUBE was immensely how do you say that? It's overwhelmingly inspirational for me as an entrepreneur, even if I was doing it for already decades, because Oryspa was born out of a research that we were doing 11 years ago. Philippines is a rice-producing country, but we have no technology in transforming this to value-added products. A lot of the byproduct in the rice production is being thrown away, and this is rice bran, or being used for animal feeds in the country. We're the first company who transformed this and used the raw material into personal care products. So these are actually brightening products. These are antioxidant products. And you know what? For all the students here, the inspiration, the eureka moment came from me reading a study about the production of sake in Japan. And when I read about that, there was just a byline in the book, in the research, that said, the Japanese women workers in the sake production have fair and smooth skin because of the byproduct, and the rice bran has antioxidant properties. So it went from there. When you say antioxidant, it is anti-aging. And I'm already in the personal care business for many years before that. So when I read about it, I already transformed a lot of, we already started doing a lot of products out of rice bran. But the inspiration, the seed that helped me started it was actually from that research. And I was very curious, how can I enter a sake production? And then there came, Dr. April and I was in this women's summit. We don't know each other. We just sat by side by side, beside each other, and no one was introducing us. So we're just, talking candidly. And she invited me to visit Pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig, and the rest is history. So we were already doing a collaborative partnership with the PLP and also with Konan University. And the visit in 2016 was not coincidental. It is, I think, there's really a divine intervention for me to actually have that seed of inspiration that I read just from about sake production in Japan, that when we went to Kobe and we visited a couple of sake production factories, and I'm very amazed. I would tell the Japanese students here to be really very proud of your heritage, because when I saw there the production of the sake are being passed on. It's an art, it's a science that's passed on from one generation to another, continuing the cultural heritage. So I'm very inspired to also apply that to my company in terms of how are we going to have Filipinos get inspired by what we are doing. So that's my testimonial on the Oryspa part. I went there in your university in Konan to actually inspire your students. You also visited here in Oryspa a couple of times, and I'm tasked to actually share your inspiration. But I must tell you that I am the one also being inspired by what you have. So probably some of you are curious or stuck in some ways. How am I going to go from this stage to another? I encourage you to look back into what you have as a Japanese people and also your culture. So that's it. And also, I'm very excited to share to you. I probably be, speaking long already, but I'm not going to eat up the time. But I want to share to you the inspiration, because this is your time. This is your time to shine, your generation. When we visited Konan in 2016, the first time when we went to your university in Kobe, we stayed there for more than a week. And I brought my family, my kids, because it's summertime. I don't want to leave them behind. So all of them were inspired up to now, 5 years later, the experience of your culture, the experience of even your streets as they walk are being, have inspired my children all along. And to give you a tribute, a testimonial, a proper tribute also to Professor Roger, Dr. April, Dr. Brent. I have with me here Elmo, my firstborn. Elmo. Yeah, so he said hi already earlier, but he's in his uniform. He started his first business here in the Philippines, a milk tea business. It's a Taiwanese tea, a Filipino brand, Taiwanese tea, and Japanese flavors. And if I may share briefly, Dr. April, if you'll indulge me,
yes,
Dr. Brent,
please show us.
Yeah, so the
Show
students
us
can
this very
get
nice
inspired of their own ventures. Elmo is 20 years old. He is still in college as a incoming sophomore in the University of the Philippines. So we are in the office now. So his shop, if you can see down below, yeah, there.
Like this, yes. Please
So
show us.
there
This
is
the
going
shop.
to the cafe. So for the students who visited us, the other facility is not yet finished that time, but this is the shop. If you can see, okay, so you can appreciate also how the inspiration of intercultures can be applied. So this one is a 2D shop. So you can go downstairs, Elmo, so they can see you also. So when you go there and have photos, selfies taken, you feel like you entered into a comics shop or a comics book. Comics book, because it's a 2D. Now, what is that in the illustration? The design. Elmo was inspired. Sorry, there you go. There's Elmo there. So,
yes, there's Elmo.
So you get inspired. He got inspired with the jazz scene in Kobe. And upon researching that we have Filipino musicians visited Kobe in 1920s and started the jazz sessions in Kobe. So what am I sharing in this testimonial? That probably just one exchange program may probably be routine for others, or it's just an activity, a school activity, but it can actually be a life-changing inspiration for all of us. So with that, I'm ending my testimonial. It's just that the lesson for me and for Elmo and the rest of his siblings are always have an open mind of sharing your culture, sharing of who you are, and also learning from other cultures. So that's it. I hope you got inspired and start your own ventures also.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Quintana. Actually, I think now maybe our students got very curious because we were supposed to show the video earlier, but now it is live. So again, as you can see from that milk tea bar, so Elmo, Mrs. Quintana's son, got inspired by the anime and the manga. These were the cartoons that he saw in Japan. So he was very interested in all of this Japanese animation. And in your presentation earlier, you showed about the Japanese animations. And you said that it's not only for children, but for people of all ages. So this is
but the video later, Dr. April, that will be shared to you, it's about Oryspa. So I did not share so much about Oryspa because you will see it in the video. Because Oryspa is much more established. Where I'm doing this, doing the personal care business for 20 years now. So the one I shared to you, this is our 4th day of opening, almost 4th day of opening the shop, and there's an overwhelming response. So I'm sharing the inspiration also to you.
Yes, and I remember from the time that you were actually giving your presentation in Konan University, you showed to the Japanese students also candle making because this was your first hobby. And I remember there were 2 students from Hirao School who wanted to continue this kind of business because they themselves had some experience in candle making because it's also kind of traditional in Japan.
That's right. They won a business presentation competition in Nishinomiya.
Yes, and I met them, and it was not in Japan that they saw. I shared in Japan, but they came over.
Yes, to the Philippines.
The candles, and I still have it with me.
That's right.
So I think what happened was that first you shared to them during your presentation in Konan about the candle making, and then they got inspired. And as Professor Brent Jones was saying, they used this inspiration to develop the business idea. And then later they came to the Philippines during the Philippine study tour and then showed to them what they have done in terms of the candle making. So this is what we think about inspiration, action, and at the same time aspiration. We show the example to others so that they may also have an idea for their future. So again, like what happened to your son Elmo, so he saw this experience that we had in Japan together. At the time he was not yet in university, and then it maybe triggered something in him to make it life-changing. And now he is a business owner like you. He's an
great.
entrepreneur with a milk tea bar. Dr. Brent?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, the next time I meet my students next Friday, I can introduce a little bit more about Oryspa and also show some of the pictures from our Philippine study tour. So I will follow up on that next week.
Sure. Yes, okay. So I think that's the whole essence about this collaboration. When we are in school, like in the academic institution, of course, we are learning and we are teaching our students. Some of these are only concepts and ideas from the books. But another important part of our model of learning and teaching is really experiential learning. We can learn through experience, an actual event, an actual activity that we can participate in, and of course, the exposure to different cultures and different people and different ideas. This is, I think, one of the important value of the international exchange program. So as Mrs. Quintana was saying, you might think this might be like an ordinary school activity, but for some, it can be life-changing, as she said, because of this experience, they start to think about what they might eventually do in their life, and then they can decide and act on this inspiration. And I think that's what happened to her son Elmo and his business now that is in milk tea, influenced by this life-changing activity that he had 5 years ago. Mrs. Quintana?
Yes, that's correct. And he was even, his participation during that trip and his siblings were just accidental, right?
Yes.
So they're not part of the exchange program officially, but their visit there had become inspiring for them. Not just for Elmo, but the rest of the children were, talking about it from time to time. So we're actually looking forward also in the future when it's much safer to visit again, Professor Brent, the university.
You're always welcome.
Yeah, so that they will, they will still continue also that thirst for learning, for also seeing how the students, I'm sure the students 5 years ago are now also, some of them are professionals, some of them also ventured into their own projects. And during that time, there are a lot of exchanges also with them and the generation, the younger generation. So my kids and them are always, talking with one another. And I guess even the visits here in the Philippines, as we went through, aside from the formal discussions that we had here in the Oryspa building, we visited the University of the Philippines. We had informal discussions over lasagna, and I'm sure they also kept that in their hearts years later when they already become professionals.
It's really true.
So it's very exciting, and the Japanese students, your new batch here, are probably curious. What is it for them? So you will probably be jump started, when you participate in an exchange program.
Yeah, that's right. One of our initiatives through our international office is something called the Hop, Step, Jump, and the idea is that an event like this is a kind of first step, a hop, and then maybe like a short-term field work or study abroad or area studies. That could be a step, and then the final step is actually overseas studies for 1 semester or 1 full year. So I hope the students today, they can think about this experience today, even though it's online. This is like a hop. So this is kind of first entry into more intercultural exchange. So thank you guys very, very much.
I have a last assignment, if I may.
Yes,
The-
you have one last
for the-
assignment.
for the students. So on your break time, if you can Google or you can check out Zeno of Cyprus, because during this time, during the pandemic, it's very challenging. We were all stuck at home, and our lives are hampered with all of these challenges. So you can check it out, the story of Zeno of Cyprus. So he also, he's the father of Stoicism. He's actually promoting the cardinal virtues, and I think we can also learn a lot from that reading. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sherill Ramos Quintana is the founder and president of Oryspa Spa Solutions Incorporated. Oryspa is the #1 maker of 100% natural rice brand-based health and beauty products in the Philippines. It won the Most Promising Franchise at the 2015 Franchise Excellence Awards and the ASEAN Business Awards for Excellence in Healthcare at the ASEAN Business Summit at Vientiane, Laos last September 5, 2016. Sherill is a sociology graduate of the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. She finished her Certified Franchise Executive course, a mini MBA in franchising at the Asian Institute of Management. She is also a trained Gallup USA Strengths Coach. In March of this year, Sherill was named ASEAN Woman Entrepreneur in Hanoi, Vietnam. She was also cited as one of the most inspiring Filipina of 2016 and is part of the book 55 Inspiring Stories of Women Entrepreneurs by Go Negosyo. Participating as a policy dialogue contributor in the World Trade Organization's Report 2016 on leveling platforms for SMEs. In May 2016 at Geneva, Switzerland, she was invited again by WTO as speaker last September 27 at the WTO book launch, public forum, and debate at its headquarters. Currently, Sherill is a member of the board of directors of the Philippine Franchise Association. Aside from being a multi-awarded entrepreneur, she is a passionate mentor and professional speaker on the topics of entrepreneurship, branding, franchising, and strengths-based coaching. She recently launched her book, A Small Entrepreneur's Journey: How to Start, Survive, and Succeed. Above all, Sherill is a true blue mom, taking care of 4 wonderful children with her husband Jingle in their home in Laguna. Sherill's ultimate goal is to bring the Filipino brand to the global market. She is working on it without compromising her family life. She also finds time to mentor other SMSEs, help them achieve success en route with her to achieving a global Filipino brand. The book, A Small Entrepreneur's Journey, is an anatomy of the making of a homegrown brand from starting, surviving, to succeeding. 16 years of Sherill's entrepreneurial journey is captured in 8 chapters of this book. It also illustrates the growth of Sherill, both as an entrepreneur and as a person. In her own words, becoming a better entrepreneur is striving to become a better person. The book is filled with her time-tested strategies, experiences, learnings, and earned wisdom of Sherill, both from business and personal standpoints.
Tayo at may masakit sa katawan, ang una natin naiisip ay magpaspa because a spa is a place to relax and pamper yourself. Pero instead na mag-book sa spa, uunahin na natin matapos ang iba pa nating trabaho, especially to multitasking women. Pero hindi na ngayon because Oryspa captures and brings the spa experience anywhere, anytime. Products are made of 100% rice bran and rice bran oil. Oryspa is the first today's spa products in the Philippines. Oryspa products are infused with the same century-old secrets for that exceptional Asian beauty. It is anti-aging and moisturizing. So nagre-relax ka na, gumaganda ka pa. Treat yourself to a selection of Oryspa products. Bring home your very own spa experience.
Thank you very much to our University President, Dr. Amihan April M. Alcazar, for her opening remarks. To Dean Roges Michael Cordoba for the acknowledgement of guests. To Dean Himiko Sujimoto for the message of support. To the Program Director, Dr. Brent Jones, for the introduction of Japanese student delegation. To the presentation of Japanese student delegation from Konan University, Hirao School of Management, Japan. To Dr. Maria Isabel Dizon for the introduction of Filipino student delegation. To the presentation of Filipino student delegation from University of Pasig City, College of Business and Accountancy, Philippines. And to Mrs. Sherill Quintana for sharing her invaluable insights and knowledge about business. Thank you very much to all of you. Now we will proceed to the awarding of certificates.
So we wish all of our students, thank you so much for your participation for today. You will be receiving your certificates of participation for all the students from Konan University who participated, and of course the certificate of appreciation to Dr. Brent Jones, Professor Roger Palmer, and to Mrs. Sherill Quintana for being here during this event.
University of Pasig City Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Dr. Brent A. Jones for being the Program Director of Student Exchange Program with the theme Maintaining International Exchange Program During the Pandemic. Innovation to continue connecting PLP College of Business and Accountancy and Konan University Hirao School of Management via El Pasigueño, the PLP Virtual Campus Program. Given this 23rd of April 2021 at pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig, Pasig City, Philippines. Signed by Dr. Amihan April M. Alcazar, University President III. University of Pasig City Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Mrs. Sherill R. Quintana as business partner during the student exchange program with the theme Maintaining International Exchange Program During the Pandemic. Innovation to continue connecting PLP College of Business and Accountancy and Konan University Hirao School of Management. via El Pasigueño, the PLP Virtual Campus Program. Given this 23rd of April 2021 at pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig, Pasig City, Philippines. Signed by Dr. Amihan April M. Alcazar, University President III. University of Pasig City Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Professor Roger Palmer for his support to the Student Exchange Program with the theme Maintaining International Exchange Program During the Pandemic, Innovation to Continue Connecting PLP College of Business and Accountancy and Konan University Hirao School of Management via El Pasigueño, the PLP Virtual Campus Program. Given this 23rd of April 2021 and pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig, Pasig City, Philippines. Signed by Dr. Amihan April M. Alcazar, University President III. University of Pasig City Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Dr. Rajesh Michael J. Cordoba for his invaluable assistance during the Student Exchange Program with the theme Maintaining International Exchange Program During the Pandemic, Innovation to Continue Connecting PLP College of Business and Accountancy and Konan University Hirao School of Management via El Pasigueño, the PLP Virtual Campus Program. Given this 23rd of April 2021 at pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig, Pasig City, Philippines. Signed by Dr. Amihan April M. Alcazar, University President III. University of Pasig City Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Dr. Maria Isabel Dizon for her invaluable service during the Student Exchange Program with the theme Maintaining International Exchange Program During the Pandemic, Innovation to Continue Connecting PLP College of Business and Accountancy and Konan University Hirao School of Management via El Pasigueño, the PLP Virtual Campus Program. Given this 23rd of April 2021 at pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig, Pasig City, Philippines. Signed by Dr. Amihan April M. Alcazar, University President III. Pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig o University of Pasig City, Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Ayani Yamamoto for her presentation during the Student Exchange Program with the theme Maintaining International Exchange Program During the Pandemic, Innovation to Continue Connecting PLP College of Business and Accountancy and Konan University Hirao School of Management via El Pasigueño, the PLP Virtual Campus Program. Given this 23rd of April 2021 at pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig, Pasig City, Philippines. Signed by Dr. Amihan April M. Alcazar, University President III. Likewise, the Certificate of Appreciation is also given to all presenter from Konan University Hirao School of Management, Japan Delegation. University of Pasig City Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Ms. Maika Wong for her presentation during the Student Exchange Program with the theme Maintaining International Exchange Program During the Pandemic, Innovation to Continue Connecting PLP College of Business and Accountancy and Konan University Hirao School of Management via El Pasigueño, the PLP Virtual Campus Program. Given this 23rd of April 2021 at pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig, Pasig City, Philippines. Signed by Dr. Amihan April M. Alcazar, University President III. Likewise, all the presenter from University of Pasig City, Philippines will receive also the same Certificate of Appreciation. Memorandum of Understanding between Konan University Hirao School of Management and pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig o University of Pasig City on academic and research collaboration. Another Memorandum of Understanding on Education and Training between Konan University Hirao School of Management and pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig or University of Pasig City. And another Memorandum of Understanding between Konan University Hirao School of Management and University of Pasig City on academic and research collaboration. And also the Memorandum of Understanding on Education and Training between Konan University Hirao School of Management and pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig o University of Pasig City. And these are the participants for the exchange program. So another picture of our participants during this exchange program. There you have it, the international exchange program in the midst of pandemic between University of Pasig City College of Business and Accountancy and Konan University Hirao School of Management, Japan. And of course, thank you very much also to all of you who are watching right now. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel. Always remember, think what is right, but do what is just. I am Mark Lataza. Good day, everyone. Thank you for listening to Mark Lataza. Until next Monday, here at El Pasigueño, the PLP Virtual Campus.